Russian missiles hit a children's hospital in Kyiv, kill 10 elsewhere around Ukraine.
Here's a summary of the article.
Kyiv, Ukraine. Russian missiles blasted cities across Ukraine on Monday, damaging the country's largest children's hospital and other buildings in a fierce assault that interrupted heart surgeries and forced young cancer patients to take their treatments outdoors. At least 7 people were killed in the capital, including 2 staff members at the hospital. Russia denied attacking the hospital and said the strikes hit military targets. The assault unfolded a day before Western leaders who have backed Ukraine were scheduled to begin a 3-day NATO summit in Washington to consider how they can reassure Kyiv of the alliance's unwavering support and offer Ukrainians hope that their country can survive Europe's biggest conflict since World War II. Zelensky said during a visit to Poland that he hopes the summit will provide more air defense systems for Ukraine. A UN team visited the hospital shortly after it was hit and saw the children receiving cancer treatments in hospital beds set up outdoors, he added. Ukraine's security service said it found wreckage from a Russian Kh-101 cruise missile at the site and opened proceedings on war crime charges. Since early in the war that is well into its 3rd year, Russian officials have regularly claimed that Moscow's forces never attack civilian infrastructure in Ukraine, despite abundant evidence to the contrary, including Associated Press reporting.
This post received a score of 28,000, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Ukraine hit an ammunition depot. Russia retaliate with an attack on children hospital as civilian kills?
Not only this, but they especially targeted chemo and surgery department.
It doesn't even make sense from a cold hard military perspective. I get killing the young to prevent future soldiers. As in, I understand the logic from a calculating perspective. It's happened countless times throughout history. But killing children with cancer serves no benefit that I can see from a military perspective.
They just want to cause maximum levels of pain to the Ukrainian nation. It's terrifying.
Even the Austrian ambassador had to say that this is pure terrorism.
They're likely expecting a reaction and direct involvement from NATO. Putin may be hoping that if NATO intervenes he can convince NK and maybe also China to get involved. I'm sure that rather than conceding defeat he would instead watch the world burn.
China would never get involved on Russia's behalf, though they might use the distraction to go after some of their own interests.
China is already doing military exercises with the Belarus army in the border to Poland. Some might call that involvement. In the very least, it signals support.
I feel as though we're in the era where nothing is actual true involvement. Even Russia waging war, they're reluctant to even call it war. 'Tis silly.
If they call things war, that triggers a response from bureaucracy. Everything is a police action. The way that China is intimidating the Philippines in their own sovereign waters is a great example of this strategy. They do everything short of triggering their defense pact with the US. China wants to bully the Philippines out of their own economic zone.
This is a catastrophe. Ahmedabad was the pride of the entire country. The first actual world-class level hospital that was renovating for years and years by different governments. Thousands of children got a chance to survive here every year. Don't get yourself fooled. This isn't another attempt by Russia to destroy something that makes Ukraine proud.
It takes a special kind of malevolent entity to target a children's hospital. Putin and all his staff is beyond saving. They are legitimate targets for anyone with good sense to kill in the first opportunity. By now, it's not even a sin to murder them anymore. Sic semper tyrannis.
In a movie plot, him and his circle would have been assassinated already.
Russians just shelled the biggest children's hospital in Ukraine with rockets. There are dead and injured. Children are reported under the rubble. Zelensky's tweet video captured the moment of the hit. Bild journalist shows that they aimed at the hospital. Here are Russoids cheering and showing joy at this event. Edit. Russians just shelled Kyiv again. This time a maternity hospital was destroyed.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.